There's a fix for Google Photos on the iOS. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Clean Tech, home of daily technology news and reviews, and today we're going to be talking about Google Photos on the iOS. Today's video is brought to you by CleanPhone. More on them at the end of the video. So as per the headline, if Google Photos is broken for you on iOS, there's a fix. Several users reported that the app crashes almost instantly when they try to open it. Google has released a fix. Let's jump right in. Google Photos appear to be broken for many users following Apple's latest iOS 16.3.1 update. A lot of people on Twitter even reported the fact that the app crashed on launch, making it impossible to access or manage your Google Photo library. Obviously, the alternative is there. Just go to the website of Google Photos, photos.google.com, and do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever kind of sorting management you feel like doing from there. But then again, what's the point of having the app in the first place, right? Google released an updated Google Photos app version 6.23.1 early Tuesday morning in the Apple App Store that, quote, fixed user-reported issues. Subsequent user reports suggested it solves the crashing issue at launch. While the problem wasn't necessarily universal, a few people were able to open Google Photos just fine. The crashing did appear to be relatively widespread though. Google apps such as Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Maps all seem to be working fine. But then again, those rarely ever do experience groundbreaking bugs to begin with. It's unclear what caused the problem and why it only affected certain people. The iOS update, which may or may not have triggered the issue, is supposedly relatively minor. Apple's release notes say it's mainly meant to fix bugs and a few security issues. And then again, obviously, nobody's gonna just raise your hand in class and go, hey, the problem that everybody's facing, I'm actually the one that caused it. Nobody's ever gonna do that, especially not these tech/marketing companies, because that's just bad PR. So I don't know whether it's Google's fault or Apple's. I feel like my take on this would be that obviously the app, the Google Photos app, it's meant to serve both ecosystems, the iOS side of things as well as the Android side of things. So the app is supposed to cater to these operating systems and not the other way around. So if I were to just put out my 2 cents on this, I'd say that the problem isn't necessarily on Apple's end, it's actually on Google's. I guess the problem's really gone, so it's no use pointing fingers whether it was Google's fault or Apple's fault. It's the tech world, apps, software, websites, glitches, bugs, that's just the name of the game. It happens every so often, and then it gets patched every so often. If you're among the select few that are actually facing this bug still, obviously the first thing would be to just report it. But then again, if one of the first things that I would recommend doing is just go to the App Store, update the app, and that should resolve the problem whatsoever. To be honest, at this point, I don't even expect to face any bugs, especially in the Google app ecosystem, because they've been at it for like the longest time, and it's just patches upon patches and updates upon updates, and you really just don't expect this kind of thing to happen in certain apps or with certain ecosystems, because you're just I feel like, at this point, every single update that they get is more of a security patch update. Obviously, there's minor tweaks and bug fixes, optimizations, of course, that kind of stuff in there. But then again, it's so minor that you rarely ever notice anything. And, the app looks, feels, and functions the exact same way for you, for like a lot of us, or maybe that's just my take on it. But yeah, if you had a problem, I feel sorry for you. There's a couple of things that you can try. Reporting is obviously one of them. But first and foremost, just try and go to the App Store and update the app, and hopefully that resolves the problem. Google, thank you so much for the fix, because I would imagine every single iOS user that did experience that problem would be thankful for that. But yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on it. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. CleanPhone is the perfect phone for your kids because it allows you to manage everything on the phone remotely. It has tons of amazing features, such as easily allowing you to pick and choose which apps and games your child can use, provides you access to active phone monitoring, including SMS and phone call usage, allows you to control how long and how often your kids can use apps or the internet. You can even check their call and SMS logs, including inbound and outbound calls and messages, and is the perfect way to manage their screen time. Check them out in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.